It means book in. I am going to push this key. Now it gives me a keypad and it will ask me which area you want to book in. I have a choice of 2 areas at the top to book in. Therefore, I see a keyboard. I must tell the computer which area I want in. But if you have only choice of one area, for example, if 13 wasn't there and I'm at Victoria Park in Ellesmere, then it will not give me this option. Once I push book, it will automatically book me in the 14 area because my only option is in the 14 at that point. And at this stage, I have the option of 2 areas. So I'm going to tell the computer that I am going to book into the 14th area and enter. Now wait for a few seconds and it will come back with the answer at the bottom where it says P, indicating my position. It tells me that I am 1 in the 14 area. Okay, and now the whole structure of the screen is changed. The first thing we see is A. These are the area numbers. Area 14 is the first area. The first area will be always the area where you are at. Next is the boundary of the area. O2 has a boundary with the 14. O5 area has a boundary with 14. 12 has a boundary with 14. 11, the old 47 area is 12 now. 11 and 12 were combined. So the 47 area is 12 now. Then it tells you 13 area number 13, and then area number 3, and once we get going, there will be another area in here. And this whole structure of the area is called the one big group. The next state is O. This indicates how many orders there are in each of these areas. For example, if there were 2 orders in the 12 area, in here it will say 2. If there are 5 orders in the 5 order, in the middle it will tell you there are 5 orders in the 5 area. At the bottom it says cars. This will indicate how many cars are booked in each of these areas. For example, in the 14 there is 1 car, which is me. I booked in the 14. If there were 3 cars in the 2, it will indicate 3 in here. 5, whatever cars in each area. It will indicate how many cars are booked in each area. So you do not have to drive to a post to find out how many cars are there. You know how many cars are in each area. The bottom button, as we discussed, your position, you are number 1 in the 14 area. And this part which says 0, if there was a car ahead of me, let's see, for example, 1550 is top in the area. In that case, I will be 2. Where it says 0 will be 1550's number. The car that is directly ahead of you, the car number itself will be here. When somebody books behind you in the 14, for example, will be number 3, then the car number that booked behind you, that car number will show up. The second part in here says BK out, means book out. This aspect is there if you want to book out. The purpose of this button is if you decided to go do something instead of working, go do your shopping, the idea is to book out. All you do is when you push book out, it tells you booking out and it takes you out of the area. I've decided to drive over to Victoria Park in Ellesmere. As you have noticed, this has changed. Now I'm only in the 14 area. I do not have any other choice but to book in the 14. Now what happens when I push book in? As you notice, it's telling me to booking in. It did not give me the keyboard to punch in which area. It knows that I'm only in the 14. So it booked me in the 14, comes back with the answer that I am number 1 in the 14. The next button is book post. Now here I got to explain what the posts are. Currently people sit on a post, the dispatcher calls a post and give the order to whoever is top on the post. We will have posts with this system too, but the post will be treated exactly like we treat bingos now. So think of every post as a bingo. You are sitting at a bingo, not a post, you are sitting at a bingo. This computer, if you are sitting at one of these posts, the computer will check if somebody is sitting there, it will give you the order, only if the order happens to be at that particular place. Okay? For example, the 3 area would have 3 posts. One at the Fairview Mall, one at the Peanut Plaza, one at Northwark General Hospital. The 8 area, which currently we have Victoria Park and Danforth has a post, that would have 4 posts. One would be the Shoppers World Plaza, one would be the Victoria Park subway, one would be the main subway, one would be the Trent Bingo. So now, for example, if I am 4th in the 8 area and I am sitting at the main subway, but I am 4th in an area, if the order comes in the main subway, it will give it to me. Because it's a bingo, remember, post is a bingo. It will look for a car and give it to the car that is sitting there, even though I am 4. If nobody is sitting in the main subway, then it will give the order to whoever is top in the area. Not, there could be a car sitting at the Shoppers World, could be a car at Victoria Park subway, could be a car at Trent Bingo. Among them, whoever is top, not among them, but anywhere. Somebody else could be sitting at Danforth and Danforth, but if he's top in that area, the guy sitting at Danforth and Danforth will get that order, whoever is top in the area. Now let's see, I start my car at Warden and Ellesmere. In this case, I started my car at Warden and Ellesmere, and I decided to go to the Parkway Mall. Parkway Mall is also a post, but I am top, right now I'm top in the 14 area. Now, once I pull into the parking lot of the Parkway Plaza, anywhere in that parking lot, my car must be fully stopped. The wheels cannot be turning. Then I can book myself in a post. In order to book the post, I have to push this button, book post. Okay, I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to just make you aware of this P, which stands for post. It indicates that I am not on a post. Now, once I click book post, it'll tell me that attempting to book on the post. Right now I'm not on a post, so it will not let me book in the post. I'm sitting in the office. But if you are sitting in the Parkway Plaza, this P underneath will turn into Y. Okay, that's an indication that the computer knows now that you're sitting on a post. Okay, but if you try to book the post while you're outside of the parking lot and moving, it will not let you book. This will not change. You must be in the parking lot and you must be fully stopped. Okay, once it turns into Y, then you can drive anywhere in the parking lot. If you pulled into the Fairview Mall, it's up to you. You want to sit by the Downman subway, you want to sit by Sears, you want to sit by Moxie's, or you can move freely from one part to another of the parking lot. It will not take you out. If you decided to leave the post empty, you don't have to book out of the post. It knows that you have left the post and it will automatically take you out, and this will turn P into N, indicating that you're not on a post. Okay? Now once you're in the Fairview Mall, any order that comes off the Fairview Mall, the car that sits there will get that order, regardless of their position, only in the Fairview Mall. Any other order, house order or an apartment order or a front door order, will go to the car that is top in that area. This button is step out. Now if I want to leave my car for a coffee or I got to use the washroom, I would push this button, and I want you to be looking at the screen as O. Right now it says out. No, I'm not out of the car. Once I push this button, stepping out, it says sending request, and a few seconds later, when this system, it says out of the car granted. At this time you can leave, but this O underneath O will turn into Y, indicating